1661. Defendant is present in the courtroom and represented by defense counsel. Your Honor, we're here today for a change of plea hearing. It's my understanding that the defendant is going to change his plea to the one count in the indictment to guilty.
All right, Mr. Watson.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, for the record, I'm standing in for Attorney James Matthews. I did speak to Mr. Matthews. He indicated full discovery has been provided. Mr. Matthews also explained that he did meet with Mr. Ventura prior to this and that he is prepared to enter a change of plea as just outlined by the state. It's my understanding that Mr. Ventura understands that he will be waiving certain constitutional rights and no threats or promises have been made in order for him to do so, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ventura, how old are you?
I'm 31.
How far did you go through school?
I made it to 12th grade and ended up getting my GED.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to coming to court, have you taken any drugs or alcohol or any prescription medication within the last 48 hours?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been diagnosed with or treated for any mental illness?
No, Your Honor.
Did you get a copy of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about that charge?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and you're going to plead guilty to that charge?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
Before I accept your guilty plea, I need to determine that you know and understand the constitutional rights you'll be waiving, the consequences of your guilty plea, and the maximum penalty I could give you. And I need to be satisfied that your guilty plea is being made freely, knowingly, and voluntarily. I'm going to ask you questions. If you don't understand a question, let me know. If you want to talk to Mr. Watson some more, let me know that, and I'll give you more time. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a constitutional right to have a trial, either to me or to a jury of 12 Lake County citizens. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to a jury trial, all 12 members must agree to a guilty verdict before you can be found guilty. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial, the prosecutor will call witnesses to testify against you. Do you understand the prosecutor must prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt at a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
After the witnesses are done testifying for the prosecutor, you have the constitutional right to have your lawyer cross-examine the witnesses. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial, you have the right to have witnesses come here and testify for you. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving that right?
Yes.
If those witnesses refuse to come to court, I'll issue an order called a subpoena to make them come and testify. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
You have the right to testify at trial if you want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
You have the constitutional right to not testify at trial if you do not want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you decide not to testify at trial, nobody is permitted to comment on that decision. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you go to trial and you're found guilty, you have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you file an appeal, you have the constitutional right to have a lawyer represent you in the appeal. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you could not afford to hire a lawyer, one would be provided at no cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you file an appeal, you're entitled to have a transcript of all the hearings in this case. Do you understand that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you could not afford a copy of those transcripts, they'd be given to you at no cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty today, you will not have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about any of your rights?
No, Your Honor.
Do you still want to plead guilty to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by pleading guilty, you're fully admitting your guilt to the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by pleading guilty to this felony, you're voluntarily giving up your freedom for whatever period of time. I could sentence you to prison, to jail, or to community control.
Yes, Your Honor.
The offense of escape is a felony of the third degree. It carries a 36-month maximum prison sentence and a $10,000 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you presently on post-release control to the parole authority?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if a prison term is imposed in this case, you might have to serve a period of post-release control for up to 2 years under the parole authority?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you are placed on post-release control and violate any conditions, the parole authority could send you back to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If that violation of post-release control is a new felony, then you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if that were to occur, the maximum prison sentence for the violation is the greater of 12 months or the time left under post-release control. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand if a prison term is imposed, you are eligible for judicial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
I could place you on community control for up to 5 years, but if you violate any conditions, I could send you to prison for 36 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you I would be lenient on you just because you're pleading guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you what I will sentence you to in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand I don't have to follow the sentencing recommendation of either the prosecutor or your lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had enough time to talk to Mr. Watson before pleading guilty today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he discussed everything about your case and answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the advice he has given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to plead guilty today?
No.
Are you freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entering your guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions at this point?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Segretsky, if this case went to trial, what would the evidence show?
Your Honor, the evidence will show that between November 20th and November 21st of 2025, the defendant was under detention at the Lake County Jail for 2 cases, one case being case number 21 CR 619 for aggravated assault to the Lake County Court of Common Pleas, and the other being case number 22 CR 315 for grand theft, in both cases felonies. Defendant was having a medical emergency and was transported to the hospital, after which it was determined that he would have to have some continuing medical care at the hospital. He was granted a medical furlough with GPS monitoring during the pertinent dates of November 20th through November 21st. When the deputy came back to get the defendant from the hospital, he was not there. The defendant was later apprehended in Painesville, Lake County, Ohio, due to the fact that he had a GPS monitor on him.
All right, Mr. Watson, anything to add to those facts?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ventura, did you hear what Ms. Segretsky said, that the facts would show if the case went to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are those facts true?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your plea to escape a felony of the 3rd degree?
Guilty.
Mr. Watson?
All right, that's the same form that I went over with you, so no changes to anything. So I just need you to sign right there. I know it's tough. And then today's 3/4/26.
Your Honor, I'm handing you back the written plea of guilty. I witnessed the defendant and his attorney signing that also.
Mr. Ventura, is this your signature on the written plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want me to accept your written plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Accept the written plea of guilty. Defendant was present with Mr. Watson, advised of all of his rights in a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver. He understands the nature of the charge, the consequence of his guilty plea, and the maximum penalty. Find it to be knowing, intelligent, voluntary. I will accept the plea of guilty and find him guilty of escape of felony 3. I'll refer this for a pre-sentence report. Sentencing is April 8, 1 p.m. The bond is revoked. Anything else, Ms. Segretsky?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Watson.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, we'll adjourn.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please, the court. I know Mr. Friedrich has quite a long history, criminal history, and it really all stems from his drug addiction. He's got a long history of using drugs, and he self-admitted it to me. He's told me he's had this problem for quite a long time. I will give Mr. Friedrich credit. So he was serving time in our county jail for a PV, I believe, out of Painesville. And, you know, while he was in there, before he got released for this particular case on bond, he had told me, you know, when I get out, I'm going to go into treatment. Now, normally, I think that's a recipe for disaster. When my clients get out of jail, they have drug problems, A lot of times they go right back to using. I like to have people work, my clients work with my office, try to get stuff set up. But Mr. Friedrich said he can handle it well. I'm very happy to report he has in fact done that. So when he got out, he did set everything up. He's been going to treatment, apparently doing very well there. He's been testing negative, doing what he needs to do. And I'm hoping the court will consider a community control sanction. I know his past history may not be in favor of something like that, but I think he's made a lot of progress over the past few months, Your Honor. And you know, he's got a family, he's got kids, both adult children as well as some minor kids. But he is taking steps to address his drug problem. His father's here in the courtroom in support of him. And I'm just asking the court to consider a community control sanction with whatever restrictions the court deems necessary. Let Mr. Friedrich continue on the path that he started. I hope he's successful this time. And quite frankly, Your Honor, I mean, he knows it, that if the court were to give him community control and he doesn't follow through, he's got a lot of time over his head. So I'm hoping the court will take that into consideration. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Friedrich, what do you want to tell me before I sentence you?
I apologize, Your Honor, for all this. You know, I'm disappointed with myself most of all. I was doing really good. I do have a criminal history, but that was like a different person, you know, and it was drug related, but I don't break the laws of like that type of thing ever again in my life. I've built a pretty good support, like my family, my kids. It's like I disappointed everybody with this. And like I said, myself most of all. I was out of the system, you know, I was doing really good, had my own business working. And then I ran into somebody and I didn't have a plan in place and I relapsed. So for 4 months, I mean, you've seen what happened. I spiraled and I ended up here today. But I am taking it serious now. I can't disappoint myself anymore. It's like I'm too old to be playing around with my life. I've lost a lot of people to drugs and it's like, it amazes me that I relapsed. But I do have a plan now and I'm never gonna do that again. So I'm hoping you'll show me some leniency, give me a chance to like, you know, go out there and hang myself if I choose to do that, but I'm not going to. Like I can assure you, if you give me a chance on the community control, I'll continue with what I'm doing. I mean, I go to IOP 3 days a week now, and I met some people there. I'm trying to, you know, build a AA situation, because I've never done that, so I'm trying to do that. And then I have a great family support, you know. I could have filled the courtroom up really, but I just said, you know, let me take care of this. But I do have a great support system, and I don't want to disappoint him anymore or my kids. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I hope you'll give me a chance to show me some mercy today, because I'm not that person I was in my criminal history anymore. I work, I do everything right, you know. So, what I respect your decision.
You got your, toward the end of this IOP, what's the plan beyond that?
I have aftercare, and then I'm going to do the AA, NA, you know, work. Stay busy pretty much. Basically, I got to associate with, you know, people that are doing the same things that I'm looking to do. I really do realize that. And the day that I did relapse, I knew it. Like, and I know what I have to do from now on. I can't associate with anybody, and I don't want to. When I'm good, I'm great. And it's like, I don't know how I ended up hanging out with someone like that. And I can't blame him. That was my choice. You know what I mean? But I know, I recognize, so I'm not going to be around anybody like that. I'm going to associate with AA. I'm hoping to like really get involved in that, because I do like the situation and I like to help people when I can, you know. And people have helped me, so.
What, how far gone is your license? What do you need to do?
That's a tough one. I mean, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I know I can take like a remedial driving class again. And then I have the Geauga thing, so I'm going to try and see. I had my privileges that day I got arrested, so I'm hoping that they're going to squash it a little bit to a lesser charge maybe. I'm really hoping. But no matter what, I'm not going to be driving. I have a lot of people to Uber me around at the moment. I hate the inconvenience, but they don't mind doing it to help me when I'm doing good. But I'm going to get it.
What are you going to do for work?
I mean, I know a lot of Amish. I was driving Amish. I just saw a guy yesterday who offered me work. They would pick me up. I work with my landlord on the side right now, like doing construction rehab. But that's probably what I'll be doing until I can get my license straight, you know. Hopefully I can get some privileges when I do the class is my plan. I mean, I can't believe I ruined my license, because I was driving Amish for a living, basically.
Right.
Now I'm not gonna be able to drive.
When do you go to Geauga again?
I think it's March 17th. But that's like a pre-trial, and then I have, probably a couple months before I get sentenced.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Rhoda?
Judges, the state discussed with the court and defense counsel and chambers, the state is joining in the request for community control sanctions. The terms of those to be determined by the court if you see fit to impose community control.
Okay. All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the evaluation, listened to Mr. Friedrich and counsel, considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to place you on community control for 2 years, 10 days in jail with credit for 10. No drugs or alcohol with screens. Complete the IOP that you're in and follow all recommendations with regard to aftercare and other provisions. Obtain and maintain full employment. Get a valid driver's license. Attend at least 3 AA or NA meetings per week and obtain a sponsor and pay the costs and supervision fees. Ms. Wehagen, any other terms you think apply?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Friedrich, you understand all the terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about the terms?
No, Your Honor.
All right, if you don't comply, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. If I find you violated, you face potentially 12 months in prison. You understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Naroda?
Nothing further, Judge.
Mr. Watson?
No, Your Honor, nothing further.
All right, the remaining charges are dismissed. I think you got out of prison in 19 and had about 4 years where you were out of trouble. So you have the ability to keep on that trajectory. It just takes a little bit of work. So good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you.
All right.